Namaste, Jai Hind and welcome to this edition of The Right Stand. I'm Anand Narsimhan. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has flagged off the Varanasi New Delhi Vande Bharat Express train. The saffron-coloured train will run 6 days in a week. PM Narendra Modi also inaugurated the world's largest meditation centre called Swarved Mahamandir in Varanasi. Swarved Mahamandir is a 7th-floor temple which has 125 petal lotus domes and 20,000 seating capacity. The Finance Ministry has said that the number of GST return filers rose to about 65% to 11.3 million in 5 years till April 2023 as compliance by taxpayers has improved. Data shared by the Finance Ministry has also showed that the number of active taxpayers registered under GST has increased from 10.6 million people as of April 2018 to 14 million people. Now, inland fish production in Bharat has seen a record increase of 35% during the period from 2018-2019 to 2022-23. The inland fish production in the country stood at 97.2 lakh tons in 2018-19 and it's gone up to 131.13 lakh tons in 2022-23. Ladies and gentlemen, let's now set up the first story. Ayodhya is all decked up as the Ram Mandir is set for a grand inauguration in January next year. 22nd of January is the date. From the 14th of January, celebrations will begin for Ram Mandir, and the Hindu side are now fighting to reclaim what they call are the two most important and lost lands for them. That is the Krishna Janmabhoomi and of course the seat of Adi Vishwanath in Kashi. Now the fight to get back these two places is currently in court. While the Gyanvapi case, the Archaeological Survey of India has submitted the survey report on the Gyanvapi Mosque complex and in the district court, and the next hearing is on the 21st. But the Muslim Paksh there wanted the 1000-page document to not be opened. Why is the question. On the other hand, in the Krishna Janmabhoomi case, the Allahabad High Court has given a nod for a survey by 3 advocate commissioners, and modalities for the survey will be decided in the next hearing. Another adjournment that was sought and granted, and it will be on the 11th of January. However, the Muslim Paksh in both cases, like they said, they have also said they will not accept the survey findings. PM Narendra Modi in Kashi earlier stressed on the importance of moving away from the mentality of slavery and reconstructing of cultural symbols like the Somnath temple.
आजादी के बाद इन सांस्कृतिक प्रतीकों का पुनर्निर्माण आवश्यक था। अगर हम अपनी सांस्कृतिक पहचान को सम्मान देते तो देश के भीतर एकजुटता और आत्मसम्मान का भाव मजबूत होता। लेकिन दुर्भाग्य से ऐसा हुआ नहीं। आजादी के बाद सोमनाथ मंदिर के पुनर्निर्माण तक का विरोध किया गया था। आजादी के 7 दशक बाद आज समय का चक्र एक बार फिर घुमा है। जो काम सोमनाथ से शुरू हुआ था वो एक अभियान बन गया है। आज काशी में विश्वनाथ धाम की भव्यता भारत के अविनाशी वैभव की गाथा गा रही है।
It's coming a full circle, says the Prime Minister. He said so much there without saying much. But the larger question we ask is, why hide? Why try to delay an effort to seek, especially the truth? Why hide an effort to seek?
Hello, Moto.
Vishnu Shankar Jain, lawyer from the Hindu Paksh with us. Waris Pathan, spokesperson AIMI. Matikur Rehman, Islamic Scholar. Ishkaran Bhandari, senior lawyer. And Radharamn Das, vice president and spokesperson of ISKCON Kolkata with us. Namaste and Jai Hind to everybody. Gentlemen, thank you very, very much. Starting with Vishnu Jain only. Vishnu Jain ji, 1000 page का docket है, but उसको बंद ही रखिए, कोई पढ़ेगा नहीं. What's the logic behind that, sir?
It's very shocking, and the Anjuman Intizamiya files an application that this document must not be shared with the media. Media must not read it. It should not come in the public domain. It should be kept like a secret document. and if this document is opened, there will be a law and order situation in this country. It is shocking. It is absolutely shocking, because first time you hear something bizarre like this. Despite the orders passed by the Honorable Supreme Court on 4th of August, when this demand was raised by the Anjuman Intizamiya that the report must be filed in the sealed cover, this demand was rejected by the Supreme Court on 4th August, and it was directed that the copy will be served to the parties and the report will be filed as per the mandate of Order 26, Rule 9 and 10. Despite that order, this report has been filed in sealed cover, and the Anjuman Intizamiya is saying that this sealed cover must not be opened. In fact, I must remind you, Anand, that when the report of Advocate Commissioner was filed under Order 26 Rule 9 in this very case, it was not filed in sealed cover. The law of sealed cover is very, very clear that you can file only anything in sealed cover if it is specifically directed by the Supreme Court or any particular court. Here in this case, the Supreme Court time and again has deprecated the practice of filing the report in sealed cover, and today can you imagine the irony that we have been running from pillar to post. We filed this application before the district court, matter travelled to the High Court, then to the Supreme Court, and after a long legal battle and participating in the survey for 92 days, today, after so many adjournments, when we were waiting for the report of the ASI to be perused by the council, which is their legal right, that also was denied on a flimsy ground by Anjuman Intizamiya that if this report is opened, there will be a law and order situation in this country.
No, why will there be a law and order situation, Vishnu Jain? Why will there be? What is it that the Anjuman Intizamiya are saying will cause a law and order situation?
Yes, I am shocked because this country has seen the judgment of the Supreme Court passed in 370. This country has seen the judgment of the Supreme Court in Ram Mandir case. Most sensitive cases are decided by this honorable court. The hearing of the court is a public proceeding. It's not an in-camera proceeding. And then the Anjuman Intizamiya, because the fact of the matter is this, Anand, kindly appreciate that lot of things have been found in survey of 92 days. And let me tell you, when the survey was happening, they went to the court and took a gag order on 10th of August 2023, saying that whatever is coming in the survey, kindly stop the parties to say anything in the media. So you stopped us from speaking or telling the entire masses as to what is happening in the survey. All right, we also accepted, so that in all fairness, let the survey happen. But today when the report has been filed, you are again willing to shut our mouth so that no one can know that what has happened in the report. It's not a classified document. And let me tell you that this is a representative suit. All the sections of the society are involved in this case. It can't be an exclusive right of Vishnu Shankar Jain or the petitioners in this case. It's an exclusive right of the entire society. And you cannot stop this country from discussing on a ASI report. Ram Mandir's ASI report is in public domain. Everyone can read it. Today we are in an era where the Supreme Court is having the live telecast of Article 370 judgment. The Supreme Court is having live telecast of so many constitutional important hearings. The High Court is having live telecast of so many hearings because on the basic principle that sunlight is the best disinfectant. And today here you want to just keep darkness on this entire report. I think it is absolutely
why is the question? Because the same side has said, Vishnu Jain, the same side has said they won't accept the survey findings. आप सर्वे को मानेंगे भी नहीं और सर्वे को दिखाएंगे भी नहीं.
They won't accept, and they don't want the report to be out. They don't want the report to be out. And same tactics have been played in Mathura Shri Krishna Janmabhoomi case also. In Mathura Shri Krishna Janmabhoomi case, kindly appreciate the irony, Anand. The judgment was passed by the Allahabad High Court on 14th of December. They mentioned the matter in the Supreme Court without informing us, and the matter is listed in the Supreme Court on 15 December. The Supreme Court refuses to grant the stay. The matter is listed in the Allahabad High Court today on 18 December for fixing the modalities. Today before the Allahabad High Court they argue that the matter is fixed before the Supreme Court on 9th of January. Therefore it should not be heard. Mr. Paracha, who is their counsel, he says that I am not available. Therefore kindly adjourn the matter. And on these grounds the adjournment has been taken. Can you appreciate? Can you imagine? And now the matter has been fixed before the Allahabad High Court on 11th of January.
But Varis Pathan, why Varis Pathan? If you were there as the petitioner and I were to use these kind of tactics, what would you think and what would you say?
Well, Anand, the BJP, the Vishwa Hindu Parishad and the RSS are trying to polarize the situation prior to the 2024 elections. They are creating hatred
are
amongst
court
two
proceedings,
communities.
sir.
They are trying to create communal disharmony amongst two communities. When very well knowing that the Places of Worship Act 1991 is still into existence, it is not overruled. The intention of the Places of Worship Act was clear when it was formed, that the structures which are there on 15 August 1947, you cannot change the nature or character of that thing. So it was made very, very clear. Earlier also we have burnt our hands in the Babri issue. During the Babri era also, these people, they want to take us to the Babri area. Now during the Babri Masjid time, the Supreme Court has clearly stated that there is no evidence that a temple was destroyed and a mosque was built. That was the unanimous decision by the Honorable Supreme Court. They passed an order under Article 142. We were told 1991 that okay, this is the thing, again future such kind of things should not happen, there should be no communal disharmony amongst the people, so let the Places of Worship Act remain in existence. We allowed, we were cheated, and if the locks were opened during the Congress regime, then suddenly they said Murti Prakat ho gayi, then they said affidavit dal diya, but 6 December 1992 the entire world and the country saw black day in the history of democracy of the country.
Acha, Varis Pathan, please tell me, you're a master at shifting goalposts. I asked you a simple question, Mr. Varis Pathan. If you were the petitioner and if I were to be seeking these kind of delaying tactics, you wanted the survey done and the 1000-page docket was ready, and if I say, nahi, isko bandi rakho, khulla mat rakho, what would you think about me?
Well, the ASI surveys were not even accepted by the Honorable Supreme Court. They doubted the ASI survey during the Babri area also.
No, they did.
They said there is no evidence to show
no, they
that
did.
there
No,
were
they didn't. Sir, please don't misquote the
mosque.
judgment. The Constitution bench's judgment on Ram
I am
Janmabhoomi,
not
I have read
misquoting
every
anything.
single page. Sir, it very clearly also said that the
have you read
structure which
Justice
used to
Gogoi's-
exist there was
have you
purely
read Justice
un-Islamic.
Gogoi's point?
They also said that the tenets of Islam had been violated itself because Islami ijazat nahi deta that in a previous place of worship ke upar aapke place of worship ho. This was also part of the judgment.
No.
So
Kindly read the
let's not
judgment
go
again.
there. I am asking
Kindly
you,
read the judgment.
if I were to tell
Kindly
you,
read the
sir,
judgment again and
a
kindly interpret the judgment
court
properly.
decided, court mandated 1000-page docketed survey. If I were to, you were to have asked for it,
Yes,
and if I
what
were
was
to
that?
have said, nahi sir, isko kholna nahi, isko bandi rakhe. You wanted
Allow
a
me.
hearing, and I would come and say,
Allow me.
मैं उस दिन available नहीं हूँ, आप 20 दिन और आगे बात दे देना, date दे देना. I don't inform you and I go to the top court
allow me.
and ask for a hearing. How would you feel and what would you think?
Anand, if you have read the judgment, you have read the judgment.
I am
and if you
again
have
asking
properly
you, sir,
interpreting the judgment
about
of the
today's
Babri
case. If I were to
Tell me,
behave like the
if
way the
mosque-
Anjuman
See,
Intizamiya
when
have
Vishnu was
behaved,
making- see,
if
this is
I
the
was
way I
the
don't
one
like.
doing this, what
When
would you
Vishnu
say
Dev
about
was
me?
making his points,
Sir,
you
if
were very
I-
quiet.
Sir,
you
if I
wanted
was-
him to
like I said,
you wanted him to make his
because you are
point
not
without any
answering my question,
interjection.
sir. He answered my
I
question.
will
You are
keep
not
quiet. I
answering
don't
my-
mind sitting quiet and
Varis
listening to
Pathan,
whatever they say.
Varis Pathan,
I don't mind. No, I'll answer
you are a
to
past
I'll
master
answer
at
to
this,
your
sir.
question.
You are a
Provided
past
you allow
master
me
at
to
this, sir.
answer.
You are a past master at
I
this,
will
sir.
not go as per
मुझे
your
पता है
thing.
कब आप ये करते हैं.
I will
मैं
not
आपको-
go
मैं
as
बारिश भाई,
per
मैं आपको
your
जानता हूँ.
agenda.
मैं जानता हूँ आप कब ये करते हैं. आप तब ये करते हैं जब आप सवाल का जवाब नहीं देना चाहते हैं. You do this every time you don't want to answer the
एंकर
question.
को पता होता है कि वारिस पठान का जवाब क्या होगा और सच्चाई नहीं सुनना चाहता है एंकर और सच्चाई लोगों तक पहुंचाना नहीं चाहता है.
जो क्वेश्चन मैंने पूछा उसका तो जवाब आपने दिया ही नहीं. मैंने आपसे क्या पूछा? मैंने पूछा अगर आप मेरी जगह होते या अगर मैंने वो किया होता जो
एक भी बार
अगर आप पेटिशनर होते. आई एम अगेन आस्किंग यू द सेम क्वेश्चन. आई हैव आस्क्ड यू द सेम क्वेश्चन अगेन एंड अगेन. यू हैव नॉट आंसर्ड. इफ यू वर द पेटिशनर एंड इफ आई हैड बीन द वन डूइंग दिस, if you wanted that 1000-page docket and if I was the one doing this, what would you say about me?
Who has submitted the report to the court? The ASI, no? Ask this question to the ASI.
No,
Why did they give you the seal?
I am asking
Why
you.
are you asking me this question?
Because the
The
defendant...
ASI has submitted it before the honorable court.
if-
And it is not for the first time that a children
Varis Pathan, again you are not answering the question.
अरे
See,
आप
you are a
बोलने
past
नहीं दे
master.
रहे हो यार, आप
Vishnu
बोलने
Jain.
क्यों नहीं दे रहे हो मेरे को?
Vishnu Jain,
The
Vishnu Jain.
Anjuman went to the
आप
court.
बोलने
saying
क्यों
that
नहीं दे रहे हो मेरे को?
there
Why
should
you
be a
want to
gap
run
of-
an agenda? Why you want to create?
I am not
hatred?
running any agenda. My
Allow me to
point,
make
sir,
my point.
is
No,
my
this is not
point,
the
sir,
way.
is
I
my
don't
point,
want,
sir, is
These are
I
hard
will answer to
facts,
any of your
Bharat.
आपने क्या
questions.
कहा?
Hard facts.
Sir,
No,
you
you
said,
said- no,
you
I don't
said,
answer to
no,
any
no,
of your
no, sir,
questions.
you said again, what did you say? Places of Worship Act, you felt cheated. Those who are offering puja at the Western Dwar since till 1994, what should they feel when they suddenly are stopped from offering that puja? What should those ladies, what should those devotees feel? They should not feel cheated?
Country will not run on the basis of your faith or my faith. Country will run on the basis of the constitution
So
and the
suddenly
law framed by the parliament.
just now you talked about your faith. Just now you talked about your faith and your trust. Your trust. Sir, in this case, this is a title suit. And the suit is that I should have the right to pray. The constitution allows every individual citizen the right to pray. If that right to pray has been denied by illegal means, then what should you do about it? Should that person not look for justice? And when the course of justice says survey this place and see what the origins are and what the nature of this place of worship is, and if I were to come and say no, don't put this survey, no, don't disclose this survey, don't let the truth come out, what would you say? What would you say? Vishnu Jain, am I doing partiality, sir?
No, I don't condemn this way. No.
Vishnu Jain, you cannot have the right to worship.
You are not allowed to make my point. You are lying. You are lying before the entire nation.
No, sir. No, sir.
That this country is according to the constitution. But when we take the shelter of that very constitution,
if you can prove that one word of what I have said is a lie, I will take back my words and I will apologize to you. But if you are going to try and play this game with me, Varis Pathan, I will call you out, sir.
You must apologize
if you play this game with me, sir, you will not rile me up, sir. I can, Varis bhai, I know you are a past master at this, sir, and I have caught you, sir.
Apologize for stopping the
Respectfully, sir, I have caught you. You have not answered my question.
Allow me,
please speak, Varis Pathan.
I know this is against your agenda.
Please speak, Varis Pathan. Please, Varis Pathan. Please speak. I am asking you. Again, same question I will ask you again. One more time I will ask you, sir. If somebody, Varis Pathan, I am asking you very clearly.
I don't need any help from Anand Narsimhan.
Okay, we've done.
I don't need any help from you. I am capable.
Phenomenal posturing, sir. I am again asking you, sir.
I have got the constitution with me.
I have the right,
I know how to make a point. Does
the constitution allow every devotee a right to pray, sir?
That there is a masjid, that is what I say. The places of worship act is taken into consideration.
I asked again, you are not answering my question, sir. Again, you are not answering my question.
I am not allowing as per your whims.
No, I am asking you a question, sir. My simple question, sir. Yes and no. Let's play. Let's do yes and no. Yes and no. Why argue? Why argue, Varis Pathan? I am saying, does the constitution allow? Sir, does the constitution of our country allow every devotee the right to pray? Yes or no?
That is what.
Yes.
That is why the Muslims want the right to pray.
Yes. You are saying yes. You are saying yes. You are saying yes. Now, let me ask another. Let me ask Vishnu Jain the next question. Vishnu Jain.
That is a mosque.
Vishnu Jain, if I had the right to pray at a temple,
as simple as that.
If I had the right to pray to a deity till 1994.
It was never a temple.
It
was never destroyed.
I said if I had the right to pray to a deity. Hear my question carefully, sir. Mr. Varis Pathan, hear my question carefully. No, sir. If I had the right to pray to my deity till 1994 and suddenly I am denied that right, has my constitutional right been violated or not, Vishnu Shankar Jain?
Yes,
if you are following the constitution, follow the
okay. Let me take this question to
ISKCON is saying that this is not a temple. That's why we have asked for an ASI survey to prove that it's a temple by all the characteristics. That's why this ASI survey has been done. And now the Varis bhai says that ASI report should also not be brought before everyone. ASI report must be kept in the sealed cover. This is shocking because Varis bhai does not want the truth to come out, and the truth is the blatant truth that Gyanvapi is not a mosque, it's a temple, and once a temple, always a temple. And this entire area, Gyanvapi Mosque, it's not a mosque as per Islamic law, it's not a mosque by any stretch of imagination, it's a complex temple complex where they are unnecessarily entering and offering a namaz, and this namaz should be stopped with iron hand immediately.
Simple
because
question,
the moment the SI has submitted its report, this namaz can't be offered there.
Calm down. ISKCON Bhandari, calm down.
Had there been masjid,
calm down, sir. You are the one who is going back into history. That matter is already settled, sir. That matter is already settled, and that's where the problem is. ISKCON Bhandari, Radharamn Das, and just quickly asking this question. No, heckling is not going to help. Heckling is not going to help at all, sir. ISKCON Bhandari, a simple question. Somebody knows As per the court,
Hoga.
when they cite the constitution, the court judgment says that if you have a structure built over a structure which had a particular religious character, then that particular structure does not, the original religious character remains. One. Secondly, as per the tenets of Islam, quoted in the Supreme Court judgment on Ram Janmabhoomi, the 5-judge bench, that judgment very clearly says that as per the Quran and as per Islam, a structure which has been built, no structure should be built for prayer for Muslims over another religious structure or structure belonging to another faith. Such a structure will be deemed un-Islamic. I have an Islamic scholar with us and the same part has been quoted in the judgment. I am not quoting it verbatim, but this is precisely the understanding. My question is, sir, if there is a survey being conducted to determine the exact nature of that structure, where there are two parties who are disputing, the ASI conducts the report and submits it, but one party stands up and says, keep it sealed, don't show it to anybody. The other one says, show it to everybody because I have got nothing to hide. What would be your inference?
Anand, the inference every intelligent viewer of your channel can draw, but let us start by the entirety of Mandir litigation in India. There is a conspiracy of silence and then there is an inference of violence or intimidation if that conspiracy of silence is broken. That is in nutshell the entire case. When it was Somnath Mandir, the then Prime Minister was not in favor of its restoration.
Now why you interject him? Now why you are allowing him to make his
Anand,
points?
I didn't interrupt this, Mr. Pradhan. Now it's my turn, let me speak please. The then Prime Minister objected to the President of India from going there. This is 1947. K.M. Munshi, the one who restored it, you see the political cost he paid for doing that. Now you come to Ram Mandir. I was in court when the argument was made to have the hearing after 2019. The reason being because there was this hope that if the government changes, then you will again have an affidavit which will say there is no historical basis of Ram. There is no proof. It's a myth. So that the cases can get delayed and the government actively acts against a Hindu going to court to claim his right. That is the reason they keep wanting delay. That is the reason they are even today wanting a delay, because they have this pipe dream that in 2024 a government could come which could actively oppose these cases, because they cannot win these cases on merit. The naked eye, if we come into Kashi, the naked eye can see what happened there, what destruction happened there. There are farmans, there are documents which show what destruction happened. But the reality is that in a court proceeding, when a party is trying to prove it as per law by an ASI survey, what is the entire purpose of survey if you say in an affidavit, and I started by saying
lying, you are lying.
That if this affidavit is opened, there would be a law and order situation. If this affidavit is opened, there would be a
but why will there be a law and order situation? If both parties are seeking the truth, why will there be a law and order situation? And who will create the law and order situation? Vishnu Shankar Jain. Vishnu Shankar Jain.
Just 10 seconds, Anand.
Yeah.
So when you file an affidavit and say if a scientific proof comes, there would be violence, I think that should be the ground to immediately publicize the affidavit, because in a way you're intimidating the judiciary. If Parliament passes a bill, you say we will do violence on the streets. If judiciary does a scientific survey, you say it will lead to law and order and violence situation. We cannot have judiciary or Parliament being hijacked by these threats.
The point is, those who want the truth to come out are willing to wait. Those who do not want the truth to come out or do not want the facts to come out are willing to delay. This is an argument that's being built, and that gives rise when these kind of deferments, averments, adjournments, etc. happen. Vishnu Shankar Jain, what happens next? Quickly, sir, I know you have limited time with us, and then I'll bring in our other Atikur Rehman and Radharamn Das. You've been very patiently waiting for 20 minutes. Yes, Vishnu Shankar Jain.
See, I filed my strong objection before the Honorable Court today. The matter has been fixed on 21st of December, and I am going to cite judgments after judgments of the Supreme Court where the Supreme Court has deprecated the practice of the seal cover. I will also cite the judgment of the Supreme Court in this particular case wherein it was ordered that this report should not be filed in the seal cover, and I will also quote the certain principles. Anand, kindly appreciate that this entire case is like this, that someone enters into my house, he captures all the 10 rooms. If that house has 10 rooms, he captures all the 10 rooms. And now when we are asking the question, they say that no, only talk about one room, don't talk about the remaining 9 rooms. That's what the argument of Places of Worship Act is. Now when we say that okay, do the scientific survey, they say alright, scientific survey has been done by the Supreme Court, they have lost up till the Supreme Court, but no, don't open the report, because if this report is open, there will be law and order situation. Who will create law and order situation? If the Hindu community wanted to create law and order situation, we would have never gone to the court. We would have been protesting on the streets. We have gone to the court because we believe in the judicial system and judicial mechanism, and those people who want hooliganism, those people who do not believe in the rule of law, they are saying
Well,
that
that's your argument, sir. That's your argument. Let's hope the Eidgah committee.
Right. Iskandar Bandari is absolutely right.
Let's hope the
That they are
Anjuman
threatening the
Intizamiya.
judiciary.
Let's hope Anjuman Intizamiya also take the right stand. More importantly, the judge and the judiciary, the honorable judge takes the right stand. And here is a promise, Vishnu Shankar Jain. Page by
Court will
page, every
come
single
upon them
word,
with
every
iron
single
hand.
finding of that survey report, we will put it out here on the right stand. If that document is allowed to be
That's
made
what
public,
they don't
which
want.
should rightfully
That's what
rightfully
they
be
don't
done.
want.
Which it should rightfully, the archaeological survey of India's findings, sir, because whatever it is, it will clear matters once and for all, and let's hope it does, because if it scientifically settles an issue and an issue of faith and belief, then so be it. We're ready to accept that, and I think that's the way forward, that let the courts decide and let the courts decide, and let's not try and unnecessarily delay, disrupt and try and create these unnecessary adjournments. Vishnu Shankar Jain, thank you very much. Varis Patan, please stay on. Yes, Atikur Rehman, please tell me, sir, why would somebody say, I will not believe your survey, scientific survey, I will not open your survey, I don't want it to be opened, and I will not let you do the survey? These are the three arguments which are happening between Gyanvapi and Krishna Janmabhoomi.
So Anand, I think we are forgetting the fact of the matter that we are discussing a sub judice matter, and ASI is headed, or the ASI team is conducting with all its expertise, but there are no judicial officers on it. So both the parties have the right to challenge that what are the findings, what will be revealed, in what manner it will be revealed, how the media will be utilizing those materials, what has been revealed, and that is why I perhaps think that the Intizamiya committee is right within its right to say that it should be in a sealed cover, so that the media does not play its tactics with the Hindutva forces in its hands.
But why are you assuming
Besides
that is what they will do?
The core matter.
No, Atikur Rehman, please tell me, why are you assuming that is what they will do when the ASI report comes?
Because
Why are you
this has
saying कि
happened
the
earlier in
Hindu
the
पक्ष का
Ayodhya
पलड़ा
matter?
भारी हो जाएगा if the ASI report is made public?
Yes, because
Why are you saying
media
that?
plays into the hands of the Hindutva forces.
No, it is a report,
The
right?
media plays into the hands of
please.
We
Tell
have
me, it's a report,
government
it's a
which is a
1000-page
pro-Hindutva
report. The
government,
media will
Anand.
only have to play what is written in the report, but you are pre-assuming and you are already telling our viewers that the Hindu Paksh
Very
will
good
become a little more buoyant. Why,
Very good
sir?
question, Anand. Is the ASI report the only thing on which the judiciary will be deciding the matter of the Gyanvapi
Sir, the
Mosque?
ASI
No.
report will
This
become
is
the
just
pillar
a
to
survey.
decide what is the original religious
Why
character
what
of that
the pillar?
structure, sir, and of that
ASI
parisar.
report will be challenged.
To
Anand,
challenge
the
it, but
ASI
first read the report.
will be challenged
You have
by
to
the
read the
party.
report to challenge it, sir.
Yes, why? Why make it public then?
Because the
Why
public
make
should
it
also
public
read the
then?
report to challenge it or to
Why
accept
make
it.
public?
Public
later
also
on,
needs to
let
read
the
the report to
judiciary
challenge it
decide.
or to accept it, and it is scientifically done survey. What
Public
does science point
opinion
toward?
can be-
What the science points
Public
towards? Shouldn't that be known publicly?
Public opinion can be in the
No.
Anand, in the social media.
No, sir.
era,
No, sir. The public opinion se zyada your own opinion even before the survey report is tabled, your own opinion you let loose and you revealed, sir, when you said that Hindu Paksh ka palada bhari ho jayega if the report is made public. Now, Radharamn Das ji, it's 75 years since our independence. Thank you very much for your patience. 75 years since our independence. We are supposed to be living in harmony. Everybody is supposed to be looking after each other. Why is it that there is a set of people who believe that areas of faith for another Paksh will become a matter of dispute, will not be given? If though the days of Atatai, days of invaders, days of disruptors are over.
It is so sad to hear this conversation. एंड हिंदी में एक कहावत है कि चोर के दाढ़ी में तिनका, एक कहावत है. तो you know, it is anybody watching this show, they can understand. Now the opposite party who has 40,000 temples destroyed by them, and now again there is injustice being done to Hindus. When Hindu Paksh is asking for scientific survey, then that is also a problematic. When their own historians, the historians of Aurangzeb, the person who destroyed our temples, they have written that on this date, particular date, the order was given and the temple was destroyed. Historically, archaeologically, scientifically, we Hindus are very patiently, we are ready to obey law and scientifically prove that great injustice was done. But when we see that even this right is not allowed and shouted upon, this is very, very shocking. I was just hearing Vishnu Shankar Jain ji. In this country, there is talk about majority and minority. That is a complete bullshit. But on TV screen, there were two minorities. One minority, they want to destroy the existence of, infidels, Hindus. And there is another minority, Mr. Jain and his father, Vishnu Shankar Jain and Hari Shankar Jain, who are fighting for the rights of Hindus. I just want to say that Hindus has suffered most in Bharat for last 1,000 years.
But you should also say, you should also accept, sir, that if the Hindu Paksh has a strong case, the Hindu Paksh has been has taken too much of time and effort in being able to convince the courts. The Hindu Paksh has not been able to convince the top court of the country in the matter of the Kashmir Hindu exodus. The Hindu Paksh so far has not been able to convince the top court of the country to make sure a speedy day-to-day hearing on the matters of Krishna Janmabhoomi and Baba Adi Vishwanath are done, or the Gyanvapi Parisar are done. The Hindu Paksh has failed in its endeavour to try and raise the issue that in a secular Bharat, a Bharat that treats every citizen equally, Hindus don't have a sthan in Hindustan as far as the legal eye is concerned.
No, actually Hindus have not failed, but our courts has failed Hindus. It's not that Hindu Paksh didn't file
No,
case.
sir. Can we just blame the judge? Should we blame the law? If those who are arguing for the case of Hindus have not been able to put up a strong point, or more people are not making the same point, why should it be only a Hari Shankar Jain and a Vishnu Shankar Jain? Where are the other voices, legal voices, strong voices? Why have they not cleared an issue of clear title?
You're absolutely right. Actually, there is a big conspiracy around Hindus. First, leftists, they controlled our curriculum. Bollywood controlled our entertainment.
Control happens, with all humility, sir, control happens only when those who are being controlled allow the control to happen. If we allowed 60,000 Britishers to control a nation of 300 million, that itself is reflective upon us, sir. So that is something that we should change as a nation, as a people, if we really want to be a Viksit Bharat and we want to be a Naya Bharat. And the courts will also listen to those who come to them with conviction. That's where when the conviction happened, where arguments with conviction happened, then judgments also came through. Here the courage of conviction has to happen, and people who dictate the intellectual discourse have to start dictating the intellectual discourse in the right manner. I leave with that humble submission. I thank you all for your patience. Thank you very, very much. Thank you for joining us this evening.